Did Ben Crump possibly set up Nolan Wells' parents to not get the level of transparency that they could have potentially received initially by sharing the complete details of the autopsy? I got this question because if you notice, we're not getting the results of the state of Mississippi's medical examiner autopsy after Ben Crump decided to share all the details of the independent autopsy. Now, I don't think he's wrong in sharing those details, because I do think it was important to understand that whatever we initially got wasn't telling us much of anything, and the preliminary findings excluded the fact that there was additional testing being done to certain organs. That implies that something may be wrong. And I think the reason that the state of Mississippi is withholding information is because Ben Crump's independent autopsy presentation at that press release was a way to increase and entice the continual speculation that has existed around this case. I feel like the presence of public opinion is what has kept this case alive. And I do think that this will require the state of Mississippi to own up to some of it. But I do also feel like lots of other people that they will skate past it and probably never give us the truth. It's too many outliers, it's too many moving parts as it relates to different people that are involved in this particular experience. And beyond that, the biggest thing that I have an issue with, I guess, is how, I'm going to put it to you this way. You can be very straightforward and forthcoming, but you have to do it strategically, because if you don't do it strategically enough, then you just become a loudmouth that's going to scream everything at the drop of a dime. Now, I did see something where apparently the state of Mississippi is not under the law that autopsies are considered public. However, there is some caveat to where if Nolan's parents don't want the autopsy to be revealed, then they have the autonomy to determine whether it's public or not, but that's after it's shared. But in this case, because it goes to the grand jury inquest, it then presents an additional layer. Now, there's a lot of reasons why the grand jury inquest could be a good thing or a bad thing. I've seen a lot of the suggestions around the fact that if it goes to grand jury, there's a better chance that this could potentially be criminal. If the investigation extends past this grand jury inquest, then that means that they're looking to find someone. I understand that the grand jury inquest is literally trying to determine whether a crime took place and then who to pursue. I think the problem is that there's so much information that we do have access to, and nobody is clearing it up on the state of Mississippi side. And I understand that I guess they don't have to prove nothing to us, but I do think that they need to clarify the facts from opinions. They also need to clear up all the areas of speculation, because at the end of the day, this is a depiction of how many will perceive the way that the state of Mississippi handles African American unaliving.